Now, being Irish, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but each year since we moved here to the US, I like to give it a little hat tip by sharing some simple, silly things that I am thankful for. Because it's easier to be thankful for like the big things, but I think true happiness comes from appreciating the little everyday things too. Let's go! Hi guys, it's Laura from How to Get Your Shit Together, and I help busy people just like you to streamline and simplify your schedule and home so you can get back to the basics of being happy. And one of the best ways to be happy is to count your blessings, big and small, serious and ridiculous. First up on my list is vegetables. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know that I took Scout to see Frozen 2 this weekend. Save your money. But it is one of those dine-in places where you order food from your seat and they bring it to you. So I ordered popcorn. No sizes or anything on the menu. No, just popcorn and the price and the fact that it contains a bajillion calories. So it arrives and it would easily feed a hungry family of 4. And Scout and I made a good go of it, but we only got about halfway through, if even. And then I spent the rest of the evening in deep, deep regret. My body was just like, reject. It was nausea, cramping, shaking. It was awful. So I woke up the next day and I ate some vegetables, and I don't think my body has ever been as happy. Now, I have never drank alcohol, so I don't know what it's like to, not be able to handle your drink as much as you get older, but I can handle junk food as much. When I was younger, I could eat like pizza and chocolate for breakfast, lunch and dinner and still be fresh as a daisy the next day. These days, I have given up chocolate completely, and if I even consider eating like more than 3 or 4 slices of pizza, then my body pretty much just shuts down. I am no good to anyone. So don't eat your greens because they're good for you. Eat them because someday the foods that you like now will turn against you, and greens will be all you've got left. If it helps, raw spinach basically tastes like air. You can chop it up and throw it into anything and you won't even know it's there, but your body will. Next up is the internet, helping introverts everywhere. Now, apart from the fact that I have an online business, I can read things online, I can watch things online, I can shop online, research, I can learn, I can play, I can interact with people, all from the comfort of my own home. There are friends that I have online that I maybe met once, like briefly at a conference or an event or something, or maybe I didn't even meet them, but I saw them speak at something, and then afterwards I struck up an online friendship. There are even friends that I have online that I have never met in real life. I have never seen them in the flesh, like in 3D, not even once. Now, I know it's not all sunshine and roses online, but if you are intentional with how you spend your time there, it can be a pretty special place, especially for us introverts. And parks. Now, obviously, I haven't visited all of them, but my local ones here in the US are incredible. First of all, they're spotless, and so many amenities. Picnic areas, benches, playgrounds, multiple sports fields, recreation centres, toilets, splash pads, skate parks. Plus, they run so many events. They've got like drive-in movies, they've got theatre productions, all sorts of sports things. They run camps. They're brilliant. One thing that I'm trying to do is to get back into walking. I have found that since I moved here, I'm not walking nearly as much as I used to. So I'm going to change that with regular strolls through our closest park. It is a 2-mile round trip, so perfect for getting the blood pumping without having a heart attack. Okay, next up is planes. Now hear me out on this one because you probably know that I hate flying. It is terrifying. Honestly, I am giving serious consideration to sedation. But I live so far away from my family and friends now, and there are so many great things to see and do all over the world. If I didn't force myself to fly, I would miss out on so much and I'd be so isolated. Because if there is one thing that I hate more than hurtling through the air, it is sailing on the sea. Oh, water terrifies me to my very core. It strikes fear in my heart. I actually have recurring nightmares that there is a tsunami bearing down on us. I'm getting palpitations just thinking about it. I don't like planes, but I appreciate that they are a faster way to travel and they help me get to places that might otherwise be very difficult for me to reach. And when it comes right down to it, even though neither is appealing, I would rather drop out of the sky and die on impact than be like on a boat that is sinking or capsizing or is caught in a storm and then I am left to the mercy of the sea and all that lives within it. No. Planes, I don't like you, but I appreciate you. Okay, graphic or slogan t-shirts. I can tell the world how I feel or what I'm like without even opening my mouth. It's brilliant. I don't know why mimes only wear black and white stripes when they could be communicating so much more with a slogan. I particularly love anything that communicates that I am grumpy or tired. I am going to be the best, the world's best cantankerous old woman. But anyway, it is winter here now, so here is something that is a little bit more weather appropriate. Fleece lined everything. If you live somewhere that gets cold and you do not have a pair of fleece lined tights or fleece lined leggings, you are doing yourself a serious disservice. Get them, layer them under all of your clothes, and thank me later. At our recent neighborhood Halloween party, everyone else was freezing their toenails off, but me, I was sitting pretty in 7 fleecy layers, all part of my war on winter. And then there is Bird's strawberry trifle. It is the dessert of kings, and you can't tell me any different. My mother used to make it every Christmas, New Year's, and Easter, and I would spend the entire rest of the year looking forward to it. It used to be the case that she would make up a big bowl and then she would dole out like individual servings in smaller bowls, but now, anytime I go home to visit, that is occasion enough, so she makes up a big bowl and she just hands it to me with a big spoon. Good times. And because I'm a grown-up now and I can do whatever I please, I make it whenever the mood takes me. No, I have to say, I cannot seem to make it quite as perfectly as my mother does. Sticking with the food theme, Tato. Now, if you did not grow up in Ireland, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but Tato is the king of crisps. For US folks, they are like Lay's, but with flavor. Potatoes are one of those weird things where, like, when I was growing up in Ireland and I could eat them all the time whenever I wanted, yeah, I would eat them every now and again, but, you know, I could take them or leave them. But now that I live here, don't have quite as easy access to them, I crave them all the time, and that is why I have Amazon ship them to me by the box load. Very thankful for that. Next up then is tissues with balm. If you are using regular facial tissues, then I honestly have no idea how your nose has not fallen off. Like, I swear that is what happened to Voldemort. He fell foul of cheap tissues. If I use them more than once, then my nose is red raw. I may as well have used sandpaper. Now, there are plenty of things where I will happily buy the cheaper, like basic, no name, no bells and whistles version, but tissues have to be coated in lotion. Kleenex, happy Thanksgiving. And naps. When you are older, naps are the ultimate luxury. All of the designer handbags and shoes in the world cannot compete with a good, uninterrupted nap. Honestly, unless you are talking about an actual child, I defy you to find me anyone in the world who would not love to have the time to nap every day. Naps and snacks, folks, wasted on the young. And now that Thanksgiving prep is out of the way, feel free to freak out about Christmas. But if you think maybe you'd like the festive season to be a little less stressful this year, then click on this playlist. Helpful tips, gift guides, all of that good stuff right here. Gura míle maith agaibh agus feici mé sibh se go luath. Slán!